Hey there everyone, what's up? This is Ram here, back with a tutorial of travel and tourism website. So today, if you guys remember that in the last video of mine, I have showed you the overview of this project where it was not completed, but now it is done. And now it's not finished yet, but I have done much of the things and I'm going to record this part, the things I have done. So this is, you can see the hero image and the navigation bar. So I do have a title text and a button has a pair of animation. Then I worked with this section. It is not done, but we will do it together now. And secondly, as I've mentioned to you guys, that I do have an injury on my hand and it's a right hand, so I'm going to type with left hand. It's not easy to do with left hand, so bear with me. And if I couldn't do anything, then don't think that it is finished. I will continue or I will fix those issues in the future, but I will try to fix them right now with you guys. Okay. And yes, I do have a Facebook page. I will mention the link in the description below. Please join the Facebook page. And let's move on to the project again. So here is the tourism kind of about us section, where I have mentioned three sections: the culture, history, and nature. The buttons are animated, and the color I have changed. When I hover over the image, a nice and clean border appears. So let's scroll down, and here popular places. So I have given the overview of this project to you guys. I think that we don't need too much time to go with the overview. Let's go to the code editor and start coding for this. All the images I've used in this page, I have got all these images from pexels.com, and I have used font awesome icons here also, and then I'm going to use a Google font, and from Google font I'm thinking to use this Source Code Pro. It has 14 styles. So first of all, let's go to the code editor. I'm using VS Code Editor. Those who are following me, they know about it. And if you are new here, and for you guys, it's Visual Studio Code. I do have a folder already. So I'm within the folder, and within that folder, I have a subfolder with the name of images, where I have all the images from pexels.com. And I want to go with the file index.html. And yes, this project is responsive, and I have used it by I've made it by using Bootstrap. And here is the CSS file main.css. I have a Bootstrap extension here, so I'm just going to type B4 and I press enter, and here is the starter template of Bootstrap. Within the title, I am just going to mention the title. The title of this website is Turismo. Okay. And Turismo. Let me check with my spellings. I think that I do have a spelling mistake. No, Turismo. Okay, it's new for the editor. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to link the style sheet. So link related to, there is a problem with my keyboard. Hang on, please, let me fix it. So okay, related to style sheet. And href. Let's link it with main, link it to main.css. Okay. I am using font awesome icons, and the icons I'm going to use the icons I think I have in the overview. I've showed you that in the services section I'm going to use the font awesome icon. So you guys can get it from the fontawesomeicon.com website, but I already have a code of mine here, so I'm just copying it and pasting it. The font awesome icon, they have an option to mention the email address, and then they will send you the further procedure, so you have to follow that and you can get the code. I have already mine, so I'm using this code all the time in all my projects. Now I'm going to use the Google Fonts. So for Google Fonts, I have, as I've mentioned before, that I'm going to use the Source Code Pro. Actually, the font I'm looking for, I didn't find here yet, but I prefer to go with this right now. So I am going to use the variation of this font. Let me go here. I want to use this regular 400, and then I want to use this medium 500, and again there is another one, so this would be bold 700. I have selected these three sizes: regular, medium, and bold. I want to embed it, so what I'm going to do, I just want to get the link from here, copying it, and I'm pasting it here within the head section of my page. So here is the link of Google Fonts, and now I would like to go with the font family. And the font family I'm going to use, I'm just copying the code from here, CSS rules to specify families, and here I'm going to use it main.css. I just want to go with body, and within the body here we have a source code pro and monospace, so I've saved it. Now let me scroll down, and I need some room here in the body section of this page, so okay, let's start coding for this. So first of all, let's go with the navigation bar, and I would like to go with the nav element, assigning it a class. The class is going to be nav bar, and then nav bar expand, large, nav bar light, nav bar expand LG, and then nav bar light. And then I want to go with a class. I want to use this class in my CSS main nav bar. It's not easy to type with one hand, and that is with left hand. Main nav bar, and let me break it. I want to go with this BG class. I'm going to use this BG class in CSS again, and another class which would be nav bar, but this time it's m nav bar. I know I'm not descriptive this time with the names, but these are just the names I have found, and the ID I want to go with is main nav bar. Main nav bar. Okay, now let's have a division. Not here, sorry. And first of all, let me write the comments here. I forgot to mention the comments. Nav bar and end of nav bar. And now I was to go with the division. So let's have a div here with a class. And the class is going to be container. And a link. An anchor tag with a class of nav bar brand. It's for the logo or the title of the web, as I have used in the nav bar. Let me show you. I'm talking about, let me close this one. I'm talking about this Turismo. So you can use, you can have an image or a logo or just a name. Okay, so I'm just going with this name. In some of my projects, I have used images or icons here, but mostly I'm just using the names. It keeps the work simple and easier. And here let me say Turismo. So Turismo. Okay. Then after, let's go with the button element. Here is the button element. And the button element is going to have a class. And this class is going to be nav bar toggler, and it would have a type of button. And data toggle, it's a bootstrap class. I'm using a bootstrap class, data toggle, and this is going to be collapse. Then I want to have a data target. So data target, and data target is going to be ID. The ID I'm going to use is my nav bar. Sorry, only my nav, not bar. And you know what, I mistook here. I didn't wrap it within the quotation mark quotations. And now what I'm going to do, I have done with this. Now I want to use the ARIA controls. So ARIA controls, and here I just want to name it p nav, primary nav, and then ARIA expanded is going to be false. Expanded, I mistook here within the spellings. So okay, ARIA expanded. And then I want to go with ARIA label. ARIA label and this is going to be toggle navigation. Okay, so this is the button I'm talking about. I'll show you. I am talking about a button on responsive design, or on a responsive, devices. So the span is going to be menu. I'm not going to use icon here this time. I'm just going to go with this menu. So let's save it and move on to the browser to see what we are doing here. So I'm using a live server, and here is the Turismo. So the button we have coded for is, okay, can you guys see that this menu? Sometimes, not sometimes, actually most you guys can see a hamburger menu or 3 bars here in a stack on top of each other. So in place of those bars, I'm using this menu here. Now let's go back, and here after the button, let's use a div and assigning it a class. The class is going to be collapse nav bar, collapse id my nav. This id, the data target id I have used here, this my nav, and let me close it. So now I want to go with the unordered lists, and the class for this is going to be nav bar nav margin left auto. Let's go with the list item, and the class for this list item is going to be nav item active. What is this active class? Here, let me close this pexels.com tab also. You guys can notice that this is highlighted and these are bit dull. So this highlighted one is an active class. That's why I have used here this active. Okay, let me bring the screen in the middle. Okay, nav item active, and let's use an anchor tag with href, and I just want to go say index.html, and let me assign a class to this, and this time the class is going to be nav link, and the link is going to be home. Now what I'm going to do, I just want to copy and paste it for several times. So I just select it from here, copy it, let me paste it here. I just want to remove this active class here because I want only one class to be active, and this would be this home. So now I'm going to copy this one, and the second one is about, popular places, services, historical places, and then blog and contact. Okay, first of all, I just want to remove these links. So I'm pressing the Alt key from my keyboard and clicking on these links. What's going on with these links? They are going to select all these links together until here. So here I just want to use the hashtag, and then this home is done. No, I do have a home. This should be about, and this link is going to be popular places, popular places, and hold on. Then I want to go with services, So services and historical places. Historical places. And please watch the whole video, and I think I'm going to make the second part of the video also, because if I go with all together with one part, then it will be too long. So kindly watch the second one also. It will help in the channel timing if you guys watch it. Blog, and then I want to go with the contact. So contact. Okay, let's save it, move on to the browser and see what's going on. So here is this site we are working on. This is the page, Turismo, active, and these are the other links. Okay, so now let's go to the CSS main.css and start styling this nav bar. So here in the editor main.css, what I'm going to do first, here I just want to use some universal selections, and for this universal selections, first of all I would like to go with the margin, and the margin for this is going to be 0, padding would be 0, and box sizing, this could be border box, and the body. And then let's start the navigation here, sorry, with the comments. Nav bar, end of nav bar, and within these lines I would like to go with the code. So first of all, I'm going with the BG class. If you guys remember, I have mentioned you that I'm going to use these classes here in the CSS, and in the BG the background is going to be hash 077 CB3. Let me show you in the browser. Okay, so it's done, it's looking nice here. Then I want to go with the main nav bar light. So main nav bar light, and with this main nav bar light class I would like to go with the background first, not attachment, sorry. The background for this is going to be transparent, and I'm going to use the important flag because I'm overriding it. So important flag. Then I want to go with the position. Position is going to be absolute. Left would be 0. Right for this is going to be 0. Z index, this would be 3. Top for this, the top is going to be 10 pixels. And here I do have a mistake. Okay, let me bring it here in the middle of the screen. Let's save it, go back to the browser, and let's see what's going on here. Okay, everything is looking nice. It's not going to give us the transparent effect yet, but we will have it soon. I'll show you. Okay, background transparent, important, and that's all. Let's go back to the index.html and start working for the hero image, but let me have a glass of water. Okay. So here is the, first of all, let me remove the extra spaces from here. Extra spaces, they start from 21 to 30 in my case, and index.html. Now here let's go with the hero image. And let me copy this one. Oh, sorry. I just want to paste it here. Sorry, not this one. It's too hard to do with this one hand. Oh, okay. And of hero image. And now I want to go with the section element. The class for the section element is going to be hero wrap, and I'm going to use inline styling here. So inline style, I've used this inline style in my previous project also. Background image, and here I want to go with the URL. The URL is going to be images. I do have images here in my images folder, as I've mentioned to you guys before. So images, and then let me bring this style here below the line, images, and then I want to go with the hero.jpg. This is my image name I've used, and then I want to close parentheses and semicolon, and that's all for the image. Let's save it. We have to work on it. I'm just going to check that. Okay, I can't see the image. There is some problem. Style background images, and I just want to know that if I've made any mistake here. Okay, let's go with the next code, then we will see if it is or not, if it is working or not, or why it is not working. We will check it. So overlay, and keep it in mind that I'm not going to use this overlay division. I'm not going to use any nested division within this overlay division. It's I just close this overlay div here. Okay, sometimes it happens from I have got some of the complaints that this thing is not working, but it happens when we didn't notice the code. So just keep it in mind. And I want to go with the division. Have a class. The class is going to be container. And let's go with the division again. Assigning it a class, and this class is going to be raw with no gutters. And main text, this main text class is going to be used in CSS. Main text, and align items center. I want to go with another division within this division, so this would be div class, and this time the class is going to be column lg7, and then call medium 6, display flags, align items center, end. Then I want to go with another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be text. And heading 1, a class of margin bottom 4, and here I want to write let me have another class. That class is going to be text, capitalize, and let me mention here find a perfect, and I want to use a br tag, and then here I want to go with find a perfect, it could be a deal here, find a perfect deal, and for your next trip. Okay, and then let me get it from here. Let's have a p element, and I'm going to use the inline style here again. So style, font size. The font size for this is going to be 18 pixels, and semicolon, and then I want to go with some lorem ipsum, 15 words of with lorem ipsum, and then I would like to have an anchor tag here. So href, this is going to have a class, and the class is going to be bdn and bdn dash hero, and padding top and bottom is going to be 3, and left and right is going to be 4, and what if, okay, let's see, we can change it if you want, and the button is going to be view all. Let's save it. I just want to recheck my code because as you know that I'm doing with one hand, so let me check that if I haven't made any mistake anywhere. Style and images, overlay, container, no gutters, and okay. So let's see first of all what's going on here. Okay, so we do have an image here. Okay, we need to fix the height and other properties of this image. Let's go to the Css main .css, and here I would like to, let me copy this one, paste it here. Spelling of my nav bar, I've noticed now, no problem, it is within the comments. And this is going to be the hero section, and end of hero section. Let's go with the class hero wrap. The width for this is going to be 100%, and height is going to be 850 pixels, and then position is going to be a relative, and the background size, there is a background size. The background size is going to be cover, and background repeat, so this would be no repeat, and background position, so top, center, okay. And there is something else which would be z index and 0. Okay, let's save it and let's see what's going on in the browser. Okay, so we do have an image here, and then what do we have? Okay, so the text needs to be here in this section and the button, and let's use the overlay class first. So for the overlay, the image is bright for me, so I want to reduce this brightness. That's why I want to have an overlay effect, and for this I would like to go with the overlay class and hero wrap. Then I want to go with this overlay, and here I should say position. Position is going to be absolute, this one, and then I want to go with the top. The top for this is going to be 0, left would be 0, right 0, bottom 0, content. The content is going to be nothing right now, and opacity is 0.5. Let me bring it here in the middle of the screen. Okay, then I want to go with the background, and the background for this is going to be 077CB3, and height of this is going to be 850 pixels. Let's save it, move on to the browser. Okay, so it has an overlay. Now what we have to do is to go with the text. So let's go with the text, and here is the I just want to copy this selector, pasting it here, and then I want to go with the main text class. The height for this is going to be 500 pixels. I'm overriding it, so I'm going to use the important flag. I've explained this important flag in previous projects of mine, that's why I'm not explaining it here. And then here, let's go with the main text. Heading 1, sorry, main text, and heading 1. Sorry, let me have this one. So the main text heading 1 is going to be the font size for the heading 1 is going to be 60 pixels. 60 pixels. Then I want to go with the color. So the color for this is going to be white. Line height. Line height is going to be 1.1. And the font weight, I want to go with the let's go with bold. And I'm gonna bring it here. And then after, I want to use the let me check. Okay, let me check something. Okay, so let's see. Let's go to the browser and let's see. Okay, so it's looking fine and nice here. I don't need to add anything here. But you know what I'm thinking. Let's change the height. Suppose, let's see, 800. Okay, I'm just checking something if it works. Okay, the 800 height is working for me because I don't want it to be here with 500 pixels. So 800 pixels, they are looking nice, it's working. Okay, now the next thing we have to do is we have to work with the P element. So let me copy this selector, pasting it here, and I want to go with the P element. And here the P element is going to have a line height first, and line height for this is going to be 1.5. And then I want to go with the color. The color for this is going to be white too. Let's save it and let's see if it is working. Alright, do need to, okay, it's working. It doesn't need the black text here. Now let's work with our button. So here I'm scrolling down, and the button class is BD and hero. So background. The background for this is going to be 030157, and let's save it and let's see if it is working before, because when I was working on it, it's not working. We need to override. So I have to go with the important flag. Important flag is here, and then let's go with the color. The color for this is going to be white. Okay, and it's not working. Even the background, Yeah, it's not working. There is something wrong. What is that which is wrong? BDN Hero. The class name is right. Let me check the class name again. So BDN Hero. Yep, BDN HERO. And here I've used the same class with the background. I really don't know why it's not working. It has to work, but let's check why. BDN here, import and IMPOR. It's right. I'm just checking the spellings. It's working now. Okay, so background color is going. I have to use the flag here. So important. Oops. Okay. Let's save it. Let's see. Okay. You know what? Let's fix the margin first, and then we'll do something else. I'll show you what I'm thinking. So margin right. Margin right is going to be 5 pixels. And margin left is going to be 5 pixels again. I want to have an animation here. So the name of the animation is going to be skew, and 3 seconds. Plus I want looping, so infinite, and animation direction, and here is the direction, and the direction is going to be alternate. Then I want to be, sorry, it would be normal, not alternate. I need to fix this one. Normal. Okay. And then I want to go with the transformation, so I just want to say transform and skew. So here is the skew, and the skew is going to be 20 degrees. And then after I want to go with the animation direction again. So animation direction, and this time I want to go with alternate, and then I want to go with the padding. So the padding is going to be 5 pixels and then 17 pixels. Okay, and let's save it. It's not working because I haven't used the animation properly. It's just showing you the skewness. What I'm thinking, I just want to change this padding from the padding classes from here. So the 3 is going to be 2 and the 4 is going to be 3. Let's save it and let's see how it works. Yeah, now it's looking normal, because that before for me it was too much, but now it's looking great. Okay, let's back to the main.css, and now here I would like to go with animation. So let's say add keyframes. The name of our animation is skew, and for 0% I want to go with the transform, and the transform is going to be skew of 20 degrees, and then I want to go, let me bring it in the middle of the screen. Okay, and then I want to go with 100%, so 100%. So for 100% I would like to go with the transform property with the value for this skew, and you know, here it should be X, and again here also it should be X. This time is going to be 20 degrees. Let's save it, move on to the browser. Okay, so you guys can notice that the button is animating left to right, and we have done with our hero image with an animated button. Now let's start working with the search section, and for that I'm talking about this search section. Okay, so let's go back to the editor. So let me remove these extra spaces from here. Okay, let's save it, and here we go. Let me remove this one, these extra spaces, and from here also. And I should say search section. So okay, search section, and then let me copy this one, paste it here. It is going to be end of search section. So here let's start coding for this search section. Actually it's a tabulation section, but because I have used actually I haven't used the tabs. I have used the tabs in some of my previous projects. Here I have used pills. Okay, so I'll show you that how we can use the pills also. Pills are also in Bootstrap, so I've used the pills. And let's start they work like a tab, like tabs actually. So let's work with this, and here we are going to have a section element. Within this section element, let's go with the division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be section search. Oops. And section search. Then we will go with another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be container. And spelling mistake, so container. Let's go with another division. It also has a class. This class is going to be raw. Div with a class, and this class is going to be column medium 12, and tab search then again a division, assigning it a class, and nav pills. This class is from Bootstrap. Okay, ID is going to be, this is also from Bootstrap. Okay, pills, and I want to use the role. The role is going to be the role of this is going to be tab list, aria orientation. It's going to be vertical, and an anchor tag here. So sorry, not href, but a class. The class is going to be nav link, and padding from top, bottom, left, right is going to be 3, and active. And let's go with ID. ID is going to be the same, this one, we pills, and here I just want to say home tab. Okay, and want to go with data toggle. So data toggle is going to be pill, and then here I want to have href and the ID, which is we pills home. So we pills home, and too much else, we pills home, and the role for this is going to be tab, and then you know what, I have to use the assignment operator sign. Okay, and now I want to go with the aria controls. Aria controls, and we pills home tab, we pills home. Okay, not tab, sorry. And then aria selected. So aria selected, and spelling of my selected is going to be true, and first one is going to be flights. Okay, and the anchor tag is closed. Let me bring it here. Let's save it and move on to the browser. Not this one, not here. So here is a flight. You can see a small tab here. Okay. Now what I have to do next is I just want to copy the same code from here to here, this anchor tag, and let's paste it for several times. So I'm copying it. I want to paste it 1, 2, and 3. Right now it's just for 3 times. I'll see if it is going to work for me. And the second pill for this, the first pill, let's search. The first pill is, okay, here is the first one. The second one, in place of this home, wherever the home is written, let's replace it with profile. Okay, so I just want to, okay, and let's remove it and let's say profile. And then the thing I have to change, the area selected here, it shouldn't be true, it should be false. So let's go with the false, false. And then in the next one, in place of this flight, let's go with the hotels. Okay, then the next one is going to be, let's use messages. In place of this home, let's select and let me get Alt and okay, so let's say messages, and here again the area control is going, area selected is going to be false. Area selected, it would be false, and the title for this tab is going to be what it would be, it would be car rents. So car rents, car rents. Okay, and for the next one, it's going to be cruises. So let's change the home. You guys can change it to any other name, whatever you name you want, and to work with that also. Here I just want to say, sorry, settings. Okay, and again, area selected is going to be false. And in place of these flights, let's go with the cruises. So here, cruises. Let's save it. Let's move on to the browser. Okay, so we do have 1, 2, 3, and 4 tabs here. Okay, and spelling of the cruises is not correct. I need to change it, correct it. So C-R-U-I actually S-E-S. It's cruises. Okay, now let's use the tab here, the tab content. So first of all, let me bring it, let me scroll down, and here let's go with the division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be tab content, tab content. And let me change something, just something came in my mind, and that is this P3. What if I go with P4? Okay, let's check. No, not at all. It's not looking good. So the padding should be 3. Okay, so tab content, and the tab content, they're going to have padding top and bottom. This would be 5, and ID remember the IDs we have used here, this we pills, and the IDs we are going to use here again, we pills, then tab content, and tab content. Okay, and let's go with division again, another div, so the tab content, after this we have a division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be tab pen, and feed show active. I want to go with an ID, and these IDs I'm talking about. So we pills home tab, we pills home ID, and the role for this is going to be tab panel. The area labeled by labeled area labeled by this is going to be we pills home tab. So we pills home tab, and then division, this div, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be block 17, and here I'm going to use the form element. So form element, and then this form element is going to have a class, and the class is going to be display block and display large flags. Okay, division class, and the class is going to be fields. The different fields we have defined here, so it is going to be a field, and display block, and then display LG flags, and I want to go with another division, assigning it a class. Class is going to be text field search, text field field, and text field search. Okay, let me go with this text field search, and 1/3. Okay, so 1/3. Let's go with the input element. Where the type of this input element is going to be text, and the class for this is going to be form control, and the mistake I've made here is the assignment operator. So form control, and then after this form control, let's use the placeholder. So placeholder. So where is the placeholder? And placeholder, where I'm going to use the word search and search location. Okay, search location, and this input field is done. Let's save it and move on to the browser and see what's going on there. Okay, so here can't see anything right now. You know why? Because let's have some BR element. So BR into 6. Oh, sorry. It would be BR into 6. Okay, let's save it. Need more, so R into 8. Save it and let's see. Again, it didn't work, I think. If I copy and paste it, then I need to remove it later. I just want to check something, but okay, let's do it like this. No need to check. Later we will fix if there is any mistake. I'm expecting that there would be a mistake, but let's see. Okay, and the first one is done. Now let's go with the second one. In place of the text field, let's have this division. Copy this, paste it here, and let's have another one, pasting it here. So here in place of this text field search, let's write check in. Here it would be check in, and then 1/3, and then class is going to be form control, placeholder is going to be check in date. So let's say check in date. Check in date, and then here in this one we have copied before. So let's say checkout and checkout date. So this would be checkout, and here is going to be checkout date. I think I've made a mistake somewhere, or no, it's okay. So check out date. Now let me bring it here. Let me scroll down, and then after this revision, let's go with another div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be select wrap, and then I'm going to say 1/3. So 1/3. And let's say select name, and the name is going to be nothing, then ID, and let's go with the class. Sorry, the class is going to be form control. So control, form control, and then we have to go with some options here. And the options for options, I have to go with the option tag, the option element, and have to use the option value. The value for this is going to be nothing, but the first option is going to be guessed, and the option is closed. Now I'm going to copy and paste it for several times. So copy this, okay, and I just want to remove these guest text from all these options. Okay, and then I want to go with 1, and here is going to be 2, and there's going to be 3. Okay, it's enough for me right now. Don't want to go with more. You guys can use, or let's say 3 plus. Okay, let's go with another input element. The type for this input element is going to be submit, and the class for this is going to be search. Search submit button. So search submit. Here should be search submit bdn and bdn. Let's see, search, and the value I want to have here is going to be value, not here. Value for this is going to be find flights. Okay, it's done. Here it's not complete. need to work. It's not completed yet. And hold on, let's see. Oh gosh, I need that. But what I'm going to do, let me check this. So no, it's not. Okay. Now the next thing we need is tab and fade. I just want to check it because I think there is a mistake, I think, and if there isn't, then we are good to go. But I just want to recheck. And I am thinking to copy it from here. Let me check the video timing actually. So it's 1 hour and 21 minutes. So what I'm going to do, I'm thinking to copy and paste it. Okay, so for that I just want to copy it, and let me try to get it with my both hands, which is not easy for me with this, to work with my right hand actually. So okay, copy this and I want to paste it here. Okay, and here what I'm going to do, I just want to change the ID. So not only ID, let's start from here. So the tab pane is going to be same. Here the fields, in place of this home, I want to go with profile. So profile, and here it is going to be again profile tab. So profile tab, and then I want to go with the text field. So the field is the text field, and then the text and form control, and then placeholder is going to be search hotel. Here in place of location it is going to be search hotel. And then I want to go with the check-in 1/3 and text and checkout date and wrap. And then here in place of option, wrap, in place of option I want to go with the select element, and I have already here select name, ID, class, and form control. And then okay, the options are going to be same, and then type is going to be submit button, and in place of value I want to go with hotels. Okay, so HOTELS, hotels. Let's save it. Now there is another thing, as you know that I have copied it already, so I just want to paste the paste for the third one, and it is going to be same. So here let's change the ID in the third one. In place of this home here and here, let's change it with messages. Okay, it is done with the messages. And then tab panel and messages tab, display, and then placeholder, search messages we can change, let it be same. And then we have to go with the placeholder should be start date and end date. So here it should be start date, and this is going to be end or return date. So return, and after returning that, we have to go with the same options. Everything is going to be same. And then the last one, I think we have 4 tabs, so this would be the last one. And here we are going to say settings. In place of the home ID, let's use settings here, and here. So it's going to be settings, and then after the settings, the settings are display flags, search field, and hold on, let me check here. Okay, so here the options are going to change. Here the first option is in the settings. The first option is going to be categories. So categories, and this number 1 is going to be sweet and super deluxe, and this one could be economy. So, and you can add more as much as you can. Let's save it. Let's go to the browser, and I think, yeah, still we need to check something, and for that, I don't know why I think that it's not working, but if it is not working, I'm not going to repeat it again. I will make another tutorial for this thing, okay, in which it will work, but let me check, okay. But I will make when my hand is going to work well. It's not, so let's go with the 10 breaks. It's not working. What's the problem? Yeah, the problem is not refreshing. And okay, so location, check-in date. Yeah, it has to work, and these are not working. The tabs are not working, they have to work, and I really don't know that why they are not working, because I have used the tabs and everything, but the tabs are not working. I was trying to check, and my blunder is that I didn't refresh my browser, and I was just trying to check it by using some other kind of methods. I really don't know about the methods I was using. And I made a mistake somewhere, we will fix it. And if you didn't understand it from here, you guys can search any other tutorial of mine, like I'll give the description in which I've explained the tab, and I've worked, yeah, in 2 of the tutorials I worked with the tabs. And to work with the tabs, it's same, there isn't any difference. So but I will fix it, not today. Okay, but you know what, let's style it and I'll fix it tomorrow, and I'll see you tomorrow after fixing it. But first of all, let's style it. So then after styling, we will, when tomorrow I will start working on it, then it would be easy for you guys to see that how it is working and what's going on. So first of all, let's go with the BDN class search. So BDN search, and I want to use the background for this. The background for this is going to be 021633, spelling of the background. And then after this 021633, let's go with border, and the border for this is going to be 2 pixel solid, and the color is going to be same, 021633. And let's go with the text color. Text color is going to be white. And okay, so let me bring it here, and I want to use the same selector. So copy this and paste it here, and I want to go with the hover element. So not this, sorry for these brackets, I just want to go with the parentheses and the curly braces. And now I want to go with the hover. So for hover, I just want to get the border from here, and to copy this, and I'm going to paste it here. Then after, I want to go with the background. Sorry, not with the background, but I've done the background. No, sorry, I've done the border. I don't know why I'm so confused. We copy this. I'm going to paste it here. And here in this section, I just want to go with the transparent background, and I want to go with the color. So when I hover over it, I want to have another color. So the color for this is going to be again 21633, and let me copy the same selector. Sorry. There is a selector, and the same selector, and this selector is going to be it is going to have an I think I haven't used any outline class here, but I want to Yeah, okay. Let's not. It's enough to be hover. Okay, no need to go with any other class. Now let's go with the section search class, and the section search is going to have a background, and the search section is going to have a background of 0 018 CA5. So 018 CA5, and let's save it. Okay, so let me check the mistake and I'll get back to you guys. I'm going to stop the recording to check the mistake and I'll correct it with you guys, okay? So I have found my mistake, and if you guys have noticed this, then I'm sure that you guys also have found it, and if you didn't, then hats off to you that you didn't find a mistake, as we all are coding together for a long time. So the mistake what I have done is it was this active class. I repeat this active class with all the links, so that's why it was not working here. Let me show you that by keeping this active class it looked like this, okay? And when I'm going to remove this active class, the mistake I've made, it take too much time to me to sort out this mistake of mine. And now let's go back to the browser, refresh it. I don't know why it's not working, but here we have to change this one. So can you see current cruises, and again the flights, and everything is done. Okay, so it was the mistake of that active class. Let's fix this. So we will then later we can work on something else. You know what, I want to I want to add something. What I want to add is here somewhere. So let me check that. Below here in the form section. So we do have a BDM and check-in date and class, and if I say that I want to check something else, and that's something else. Okay, let's go with this one first, and then we will back. So we have done until this search section, and now we have to go with some media queries. So add media, and again my apologies for the mistake which was done by me there. And here I think it puzzled you guys also, that why the things are not working well, but it happens, it's coding. Now let's get the search section. So tabulation search, and let me check something, okay? I just made a link somewhere, tab search. Yep. Here I want to go with the tab search class. Tab search and sorry, the tab search, and the tab search is going to have a margin top of -60 pixels. Let's save it, move on to the browser, and I think I need to refresh this. No, this font is not working well. I need to fix it, so I think I should stop it here, and tomorrow I will fix this issue and I'll be back and we'll continue with this issue plus while fixing this issue, and then we will continue the next section. So, or if you want me to, or let's complete this section. Let's complete this welcome to Turismo section, and then tomorrow together you and I we will fix this issue, okay? Because I have to make another part, so it's not fixing, it's not working as it has to be. So I'll fix the issue. I really don't know where is the issue, not right now, because the first main issue I found, but there is a problem somewhere, so we'll fix it together. And let's move on to this section, welcome to Turismo section. Let's leave it here like this, and then tomorrow we'll fix it together, okay? So here I'm not going to do anything here, I'm leaving it as it is, and I'm going to this section, and this section is, I'm going to start this section here from here, okay? Let's save it and let's go with the next section. It's about a section or welcome section, whatever you want, you can name it. So here I am just going to say welcome, or okay, about section, okay? And then let me have I don't want to write anything, I just to go like this, okay? And here I want to go with the section element, not with this capital letter. So section element, and the class for this section element is going to have a name. The name is going to be about section, and margin top for this about section is 5. Then I want to go with the division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be container. And then I want to go with the division and another class, and here it is going to be raw justify content center, and then division, assigning it a class, and this time this class is going to be raw, and not raw, sorry, I've done it the raw, column large 6 text setter, and here it would be heading section, margin bottom 5, heading 2, class of text, and the black, it's a bootstrap class. Margin bottom 2, and I want to go welcome to tourism. I want to go with a p element with some lorem ipsum, and could be of 3 words. Let's save it. Let's see what's going on in the browser. Okay, so we do have this. Let's go with some other division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be raw image wrap and margin bottom 5, and then margin bottom large is going to be 10. So these are the breakpoints for the small for different devices actually. And now let's go with the division, assigning it a class. And the class for this is going to, hold on, I think I made a mistake again. Yeah, no, okay, I want to go with the, and this isn't 10, it is a 0, sorry, and margin bottom 5 and wrap, and okay, so here this class is going to have a 12 columns. Okay, now I want to have another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be raw. Okay, so okay, this class is going to be raw. Then I want to have another division, and this division is going to have a class, and the class is going to be margin bottom 4 and margin large 0, and then call LG 6, and here I'm going to use the order property of CSS. Here order is going to have large devices would be 2. Okay, in here I want to go with anchor tag, and this is going to be href and class, and the class is going to be effect. So I just name it effect class, and let's go with the image. The source of the image I do have in my images in my images folder, and the first image I want to use here is about1.jpg, and the alt text, and you know that I'm not using it, but you should. And then class I'm going to use image fluid to keep it responsive. So here it is. Let's save it and let's see what's going on in the browser first. So okay, so we do have an image here. Okay, now what I'm going to do next is I just want to go with the division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be column LG5 margin right auto and text LG right and then align self center order LG1. And then let's go with the heading 2, and the class is going to be text black and let's see, culture, and I want to go with a P element with a class, and this class is going to be margin bottom 4. Sorry, and then I want to go with some dummy text. So for that, okay, let me hold on. I just go with text of 15 words, could be enough for this. And now I want to have a link here. So anchor tag href. Okay, and the class for this is going to be bdn about, and here I should say read more. Okay, let's save it. Let's see what's going on in the browser. Okay, so we have our text and image. Let's do with the two others, the two other images. So I think I should copy the same. Let me copy this from here. Let me have some, sorry, the and what I have to do here, I just need to copy this one, okay, and let me copy. So I'm just rechecking if I haven't made any. I don't want to make mistakes again and again, otherwise it will take too much time to work on the things we are working on. And here is the second one, so image row margin bottom, and then I want to change the image here. In place of this image 1, I would like to go with image 2, and here in place of this is the image fluid, and then column 5, and here is going to be margin left and auto, and then text is going to be, here I don't have a text class, but I do have a align self center class, and the text is here. Okay, so let's save it and let's see how does it work. Yeah, it's not working as it has to be. You know why it's not working? And it has to be history. It's not culture. Okay, it is history. And margin left auto self align self center, text black, and here I don't have to use this order property actually, so let's save it. And okay, so the problem was that order property. And now the next thing, let me check read more. Okay, so now again we have to, we already copied that, and I just want to paste it here below this line, and here in place of this image, let's use image 1 in place of image 1, let's use image 3, and in place of culture we are going to use image history culture, and what is next? Nature. Okay, let's go on to the browser and hopefully everything is working. Yes, everything is working. Well, let's go to the browser main.css and start styling this. So here is the main.css. We are not going to touch this search section. We will work with this section tomorrow because this tutorial is too long, so I will first fix that section and then we'll continue with the other one. So here I just want to say welcome section. Okay, so the welcome section, okay, now the welcome section is going to work as what? Let's get the heading section too. So heading and heading section, sorry, the heading section and heading 2, where text is going to transform to uppercase. Okay, and the font weight is going to be bold. Then I want to have img image wrap, and image wrap is have effect class. So the effect class we are going to use, it has a position, but the position is relative, and margin bottom. Oops, not like this. It's like margin bottom, and the margin bottom is going to be 0. Then we have a display. Display property with the value of block, and let me get the same selector. Just copy it. I want to paste it here with after pseudo class z index. The z index for this is going to be -1, and the content for this is going to be nothing, and position this time is absolute, and top for this top is going to be 10 pixels, and right is also right is again 10 pixels, and bottom is going to be 10, and left is also going to be 10. So bottom 10, and the left is also 10 pixels. Then the background, and the background for this is going to be 0, 1, 1 and 5, 2, 5. Then I want to have a transition here, so let's use the transition property, and the transition property is going to have a 3 seconds ease out, is in out, sorry, is in out, and then after here we are going to see that I have already selected the same selector, so I just want to paste it here, and here with this one, with this image wrap, I want to go with the hover class, and then effect, and after pseudo class. So this is going to be right -10 pixels, and the bottom is also going to be -10 pixel, okay, -10 pixels, and the position is going to be absolute, okay. Let's save it and let's see how it works. It is working how it works, and it's working well. You know, when I hover over it, a nice border appears, and here also, and with this one also, so you guys can see. Now we have to work with this button. What we have to do for the button, I should give it the global properties for the button, because I'm going to use the same button style for all the page. So in the next, in the continuation of this, I will try to use it globally, and then we will use this one. So I'm going to Control C and I'm going to paste it here. I just want to change the class name. Despite of this button hero, I'm going to say the name of this button is going to be here, a button about. So it is going to, the properties are going to apply on all these three buttons. So okay, so the read more is animating, and it is working. On the tomorrow when we will continue making this, because here, let me show you that here we have to fix this issue first of all. Secondly, we have to then we have this popular places and the service section and the team section and the packages, and we have a lot more to do. So tomorrow, before continuing this popular places, we will fix this issue and then we will continue with that one. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one. Hasta la vista, ciao ciao, and don't forget to watch the second part. Okay, and yes, I'm going to give the Facebook page link in the description below. Please join the page. Ciao.